Hey there folks, what's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and welcome back to the Seleucid campaign where we're going to try and rebuild Alexander's legacy with the combined forces of Hannibal of Carthage and Antiochus of the Seleucids. So we're going to be continuing today's episode, though I need to start off with a big thank you. A thank you for, holy crap, did you guys ever outpour a lot of support on the last video? And it was great. I think I responded to probably almost 150 comments yesterday between the Seleucid Part 4 and other videos. And that's good. Thank you. Keep me busy like that. You all took the time to leave the comments. I took the time to respond to everyone as of a certain time yesterday. I'm going to do the same thing today. So if you all want to continue to support this series, comments and likes help a lot. Why do you have to beg us like, listen, I don't like any of this stuff. YouTube's just dumb. The way this place used to work, if you subscribe to a channel, you would know when your subscribed channel uploaded something. I have a buddy of mine in real life who's been subscribed to my channel for many years. He hasn't gotten any notifications for anything I do, and he has the bell clicked and all of them turned on. And that's just the way YouTube operates today. They don't send notifications unless they feel like it, unless they think it's going to make them some money. And the number one thing that makes them think they're going to make money is interactions from you all on a video. And that can happen one of a few ways. One, I make it super clickbaity, like, you won't believe what Hannibal does next, you know, with some big red arrow on the thumbnail, and it's just a load of crap to get you to click it, which is stupid, and I'm not going to do that. So the other thing that helps build this community and help series like these be successful is you continuing to watch and comment. So again, sorry I talk about this for a minute, but I'm doing it. Anytime I do this at the beginning of a video, feel free to skip me and go on. It's fine, I get it. But those who supported, thank you very much. That was fantastic. Let's keep it up. You all may, I'll just tell you how much a difference it made. YouTube admitted to me in the analytics yesterday that they gave me 50% more recommendations on that video because of you all interacting with it. So we gained, it's well over 1,000 views just because you all decided to click on it. So if you keep doing it, it helps build it. It's annoying. I don't like having to ask you all to do this, but it is what it is. And if you can't do it, I'm not going to blame you, and I'm going to keep making the videos anyway because YouTube's dumb. So let's continue the campaign. We can issue an edict in one of our entirely controlled provinces. Let us do so. It's not there. It's not here. Not there. And not here. Or there. Here. Dessa. I'm going to issue the bread and games again just to try and keep this place settled down. It's had a little bit of upheaval after having changed hands a couple times. Now, as far as objectives go in this particular video, I need to get a navy start being built. Several of you mentioned that. I will do my best to do so.
Coin on your people. Accept it as a token of friendship.
This is Aracosa. They want peace with me. Are they like... How do I find out whether or not they're about to die in a siege? You know what I mean? Like, last time I accepted a peace treaty, they were about to lose their last settlement, and some of you all mentioned it. Like, how do I know that's not the case here? I hate on this screen that I can't... There we go. All right. Can we... No, that's not a strategic overview. I want to see, like, right here. Why does it take me here? Does this have anything to do with Aracosa? It's not even their army. Poisia, however you say it. I can't move this map around down here. Come on. Well, whatever. Just take their treaty for now. They probably got away with the same thing right there, but I don't know what's going on all the time over there in the east. If there is a way to do what I was just trying to do, can you all please let me know? I'll go over here and look and see if one of my friendly armies was standing right next to their capital. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. So the number of wars back here has significantly or declined or entirely declined. I'm not even sure there's a war going on back there anymore, which is good news. Good news for me, at least for the time being. Looks like what's left of the Nabateans is wandering around aimlessly in the desert. Hannibal is going to be kind of stuck here, because this province could potentially rebel, so I kind of need him to park for a moment and help out. Meanwhile, I've got one more, or no, Dura is, I would have rather this been taken back by me, but whatever, it's under our control again. What do you mean we can't issue edicts? He's not my satrapy, is Media? Yeah, they're a satrapy. Why can't I issue an edict here? Maybe they have to control it for a turn or something? I don't understand. Alright, whatever. Edict issued at Mesopotamia. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But Nabatea is basically destroyed. They've just got those two jokes of an army running around. Which means that this army is no longer needed in this vicinity. There is no threat of war in this vicinity. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe move towards Antioch with it. And I shouldn't have left him in force march. A few turns till we finish the dry dock. I'm going to wait till we finish the dry dock before I do more training with that army. Let's get a peek at what's going on up here with the Galatians. Very little. Oh crap, now I'm stuck in their territory, and I'm not exactly sure that's what I wanted to happen. Let's go ahead and go back and replenish some, just in case there's some armies hiding out behind there, but we'll go get them on the next turn. I've got a bunch of money, and we're making a bunch of money now, so this is good. So the economy is really firing up here, and we're getting a lot done. We've got good food reserves, so we're getting extra growth and unit replenishment in all regions. I've got quite a few buildings coming that might be increasing food usage. Like, I want to build this one, and it does just that. And probably the same here. So that'll chew up some more food, and with Dura not in my control, it's one less place I have to do some farming. But we're about to gain Pessinus, and that should give us access to a little bit more food. I'm going to take Rhodes as well, and Pergamon. So I'm going to bring Asia Minor as best I can under my control here. Alright, so we've spent our money. Need to end yet another turn. Hopefully these leftovers from Nabatea will just suicide into one of our settlements and get it over with. Here they go. Believe that should be the end of their faction. Alright, so cultural understanding. +4 owning factions, cultural influence, spreads owning factions culture to neighboring provinces, -20% public order penalties. So, inclusion, we get a larger decrease in public order penalties, or we can suppress the culture, spread our influence. Seems like a pretty nice one here. Let's go kind of split the difference there and walk the line. Let's see, so Tyros has now an opportunity for a new building. So let's see what is out there first. So Alexandria can't expand. Jerusalem has an expansion slot available too. We could put some more agriculture here. Let's do that. Tyros can expand. And in a gathering place for now. I might change that later, but I think for now at least that'll be just fine. 3 turns to finishing our dry dock. Let's go ahead and see though. Well, no, let's wait. Speaking of, I need to get into my politics stuff. Let's head here into politics. Someone was telling me when we look at the party loyalty, parties, where does it show their loyalty? So these guys control 3 regions, these ones contain 1. These guys are at a loyalty of 1, and this one's -1. Yes, that's a loyalty breakdown. It's not that... someone was trying to say it was like -10 and -6. Did their loyalty go up, maybe? Is this a loyalty level at which I should be worried about? Let's go to our characters, maybe, and take a look at... See, so Hannibal's in our Greek families. I would really well, he's got some like gravitas it shows there. Yeah. Let's see, so gather support. Seek support of the hesitant to strengthen your political position. +2 influence for own party, -2 loyalty for all other parties. Turns no, we don't want that. Do a favor. Do a personal favor to a member of another party. +1 authority for targeted. But what does it do? Send a gift. Insult. Provoke. Time. Secure promotions. See, all this stuff is, like, kind of annoying. Send an emissary, help them with their basic necessities, well, food at least. See, I don't like all this stuff. It's annoying. I don't want to be in here messing with this. Like, I just want to go play the game. So I'm gonna ignore it for now. I don't get a lot of fun out of that. I know some people like it, and that's totally fine. I don't. And also people were saying that we can do the strategic map overview and we can turn on party political affiliation. So this one shows us basically that the Greek families are in charge of Cilicia and the Parthian families are only in charge of Edessa. So not a whole lot here that they would get away with. We had revolts at the moment. And of course Hannibal is my general who is part of the... Get out of this view. Hannibal is part of the Greek families, which I would love to adopt him, but at current we're not able to do because of like some requirement on gravitas and whatever junk. Jade. So like adopt. See, I can try and choose Hannibal, but it's not going to work. Requires 2 more authority than the target's zeal, and our authority is 13, but Hannibal's zeal, only 3. What? How come it won't work? Let me go back and look at that again. Requires 2 more authority than the target zeal. This character is from a different party. Oh, okay. So apparently that's not how you get someone to join your party. If someone knows how to get someone to join a different party, let me know. I'm not gonna mess with going through this stuff. So, just, yeah. Let me know what you all think. So, I'm gonna not mess with that junk right now.
Ready for orders.
Heir's had enough of the political system. And like I said, I still don't really find it interesting or useful or providing a whole lot of extra benefit to the game. But that's my opinion. You do not have to agree. Where are they coming up with this auto-resolve, by the way? Am I missing something? Alright, let's see you do something about it. Let's see you oppose Antiochus. I would love to see you try. Alright, we're finishing up some buildings here that should help considerably over the next couple of turns. I am going to go ahead and... the herding grounds here. Some people were saying I shouldn't have torn down the water stuff out here. Or was it Petra? Yeah, it was Petra, I think, that had the water tanks. Sorry if I'm destroying historical norms, but that's probably just me. That just happens. That's just me. Alright, 3 more turns. Once I finish my dry dock, I'll go ahead and start recruiting better ships. So, Ankara, here we go. We can spend some of our money here, which is good. That's what I want to do right now, is spend the money. We can increase research rate, which would be kind of cool. And ultimately, we could get the research rate up almost a quarter. At the cost of a bunch of food. I'm not sure that that's the best method to go. This one gives us food, but then causes squalor. Well, this one uses food, but gives us a lot of public order. This one causes a lot of squalor. It gives us a lot of wealth. We gotta pick our poison here. At Ankara, we probably just need public order right now, even if it costs us a little food. A Sacred Grove here. Has nice public order bonuses. Alright. Now let's end our turn again. We've been also talking a lot in the comments, and a lot of you have been giving me some great insight, so appreciate it. We've been talking a lot about essentially how you want to see Hannibal fight and who you want to see him fight. Do they get additional reinforcements now? No, they do not. They still have to attack me, and this other army they have here, that's fine. Attack me. Let's see it. I'm gonna continue the encirclement, so come attack me. Be a big boy. Come fight. I'm gonna take this army out of a forced march stance. 2 turns from complete. Oh, we can get our skirmisher camp built up, which now gives me access to Persian light archers, which is a nice archer unit. Very much want that. I'm waiting for growth in Antioch and Alexandria. Alexandria now has an expansion slot available, which does take... If I remember right, this takes... Does the undeveloped land use up a population surplus? Yeah, expand city, and it looks like it takes 5 population surplus. Required technology, so we need to... Oh, we need the right tech to build the next one. Well, since we're waiting on tech, take a look where that's at. How far up the tech tree is it? Hopefully not too far. One of those. Civil town. Yep, right here. So it's going to take me actually 8 turns to get the tech for that. So we might as well go ahead and expand the city here. Let's see. You know what? We have a Slaughterhouse Barracks. We could go ahead and put in some skirmisher training, but I could also put that in these smaller settlements, because I'm going to come take that. So let's actually wait on that. Some extra public order here. Okay, and now let's take a look. What happened here? Let's take a look at our messages. Unhappy populace, troubled populace. Great fire. So Petra had a big fire. It's a good thing I tore down the water tanks then, because you certainly don't need water to put out a fire. So I would just like to say that I'm the greatest and have never made any mistakes whatsoever. Trade routes open here. Well, that's gonna take up some more food, though I do have more food on the way in a couple of provinces, so I don't know, let's maybe just give it a shot and see how things balance out. That's all the money I have for this turn. Hannibal is replenishing nicely, but I'm really just... The public order here is quite poor. Part of me is tempted to just, like, march down here and take the whole capital off their hands, but that's quite a long march, and it's out of the way. I could use this army to do that, since they're not busy with anything else at the moment. So let's let's do that. Let's bring this army out here to the settlement. And I'll have them watch this region, because they're not doing anything else for me at the moment. Excellent, yeah, let's do that. Alright, so the Galatians are finally going to grow a backbone here and attack me. And I'm going to show them why the auto-resolve is wrong, which I am happy to do. I'm so glad they asked. So glad they asked me. I enjoy showing these Celtic wannabes who their proper Alexandrian overlords are, and we will send them to the Sarissa, or the School for Sarissa-Induced Pain and Suffering, and they will learn They will no doubt graduate as distinguished students from said school. I do all like my school, by the way. Would you attend the School of Sarissa-Induced Pain and Suffering? I think it sounds pretty cool. I mean, as long as you're the one with the Sarissa, right? Alright, so we got elephants stacked on each flank. Let's go ahead and get these Galatians into school. School's in, jerks. I want to get lots of Persian light archers into my army. I like having that barracks. I do. That's one thing I like about the Seleucids. They have access to very nice skirmishers. Eastern slingers are good. They're not the best, but they're good. And the Persian archers are also quite good. Alright. Alright, so the missile barrage is about to begin. My troops are ready and waiting to receive the Galatians delegation. And they're about to get their first test to see whether they get a scholarship to the Sarissa school. Here comes the slings and the arrows. We won't cause a ton of damage to these guys early on. Alright, so boom, boom, boom. Pull back. Gotten our initial volleys in. Convince them that it's worth their while to charge forward headlong into certain pike death. Start collapsing in the flank. We do have to watch out. There's a heavy horse making its way towards us. And I believe that there will be more Galatian reinforcements potentially. Alright, let's get our longer range missiles. Toggle guard mode. Open fire on the slingers. Rear charge. I'm gonna try and get the noble horse. Oh, yep, they just made a mistake. That noble horse is about to get bogged down in a big mess. Will not go in their favor. So I've got them now hit by Eastern spearmen, elephants, and a mercenary Persian cavalry. So the noble horse is going to take a considerable amount of damage.
Our general is under attack.
I gave you a charge order. I don't know why you're walking, but whatever. Feel free. Take your time. That noble horse is one tough character. Back up. Alright, so we got the enemy general that was in that heavy horse unit. We got a quick charge in on the Celtic slingers here. I'm gonna fall back because I'm almost into javelin range there. Alright, so we were able to combine on that heavy horse quite nicely. Let's fall back into formation, maggots. Alright, there we go. So we're getting back into formation.
Advance at speed, javelin men. At speed.
I'll run my skirmishers over to try and do some work.
We are at your command.
Move my pikes just a little to get them all back in formation because some of them were a little bit out of whack there.
Javelin men. Double time. Fire.
Let's put a few javelins into this levy freeman.
Hillmen. Hayrata. Ready. Charge. Awaiting orders.
Alright.
Four elephants. Armored horsemen. Riders, advance.
Alright, we're doing significant damage.
Await your orders.
Armored elephant.
Doing our
Javelin men. Taxi archers.
Alright, I'm gonna come charging through with my elephants.
Heavy horse at your command.
Now that we've knocked these guys out of formation. Try and come in for the finishing blows here.
Forward. What are your orders?
There we go, so we finish them off.
Cavalry men. Fire on the enemy.
At the ready!
We are at your command. Melee infantry.
Alright, there we go. A little bit slow to get all my orders
One of our units has
clicked,
used all its ammunition.
but we're gonna finish off the Galatians. The Galatians made some critical mistakes here, which is most likely due to them being controlled by the AI. And for anybody who's just trying to learn how to get better at the game, the mistakes were that they had reinforcements and they attacked me in single waves rather than combining their forces into a larger, more effective force. Their cavalry was thrown away ahead of infantry support and thrown right into the loving arms of my own units, which were much closer to the support of my own missiles and infantry. So they attacked unsupported and they attacked uncoordinated, and thus they failed in their assault despite basically matching me in numbers. So what the Galatians should have done was use the decent number of slingers that they had to sit back at range, see if they could do damage to my pikemen, and then come for an assault. But regardless, they pretty much screwed the pooch here. I am going to release the captives because I like all the cash. We are very, very cash heavy at the moment, and I want it to stay that way. It's the way I prefer my campaigns, is cash heavy. Alright, so our allies are near at hand here. We're going to occupy the settlement because it was forced to surrender anyway, which is why they fought us on that last turn. That means these Galatians here are now stranded and at the mercy of my allies. We could go ahead and attack them too, just to get a few additional EXP, but you know, I'm not that worried about it. I'll just let my allies deal with them. Oh, whoa, none of the Galatians are still alive. They still have another settlement. Wow. What does Ankara's defense look like? Because we occupied, we actually don't have any movement points, which means that Ankara is likely to be sieged by this rather large Galatian army. So Antiochus is going to have to get his act together quickly and get back into the fight. I'm going to go ahead and slag some additional eastern slingers that we can get here. What is this? A well? I can't do anything with it, so I'm going to tear it down. I don't know what this is doing. Let's tear it down. I don't know if that stops me from recruiting or not. Let's look at mercenaries. Ooh, more mercenary Persian archers. And ooh, we got peltist. I'd love to do this. I know it's going to cost me, but hey, I mean, I'm absolutely flush with cash right now. We can correct the cost of this later. Let's get rid of these Eastern Javelin men. Let's grab some proper peltist units here. So that would be good. Oh, there's Thurio spears as well. So I'm gonna grab some nice units while they're available to me. Again, this is going to cost me a considerable amount of upkeep at the moment. Some proper peltist. But this will make my army quite a bit stronger. Go ahead and hire. Still leaves me at 18 units, the same as I was. Got considerable cash left. We've got our mercenary Persian cavalry. There's some Tarentine cavalry here, which is a nice skirmisher cav. They need. I've got room for more archers, and honestly, I wouldn't mind having. Like, I think I'm just gonna replace this slinger. A couple more archers. That puts us at 19. And we've got mercenary veteran hoplites, which is a tank of a unit. Very high upkeep. And Rhodian slingers, which is a very nice unit indeed. 29 missile damage, which is really good for a slinger. It's among the best. Tied for the best, however we want to put it. I'm going to just leave it at this for now. I don't know that we necessarily have to have a 20 stack here.
Ready for battle.
So we've got some excellent mercenary units into Antiochus' army. It's costing us dearly, but like I said, we'll reshuffle that later when it's appropriate. Go ahead and continue the march to the settlement, and I think this is going to allow me to go ahead and put Hannibal into a hard march back to Alexandria. Alright, so there we go. This guy's going to come hold down the fort here while this place kind of gets brought under control. And meanwhile, Hannibal's going to head back to Alexandria to get ready to unify Egypt. We're going to hit the Kush, and we're going to hit them hard and fast and unify Egypt. So bring the Nile Valley under our control. Cyrenaica might be about to fight me too. This is looking a little bit ominous over here.
How may I serve you? Mischief and mayhem.
Get a little mischief going here. Alright, we failed in our mischief and exposed our agent. Oh well. Can't say I'm terribly worried about it. Alright, one more turn before I've got the recruitment available to me that I'm looking for. We've got soaring public order in Syria, so maybe we should just go with the extra. Well, this one's almost as much wealth and just additional public order, so do that. I might have been. Well, actually, you know what this is going to be? Now that I've completed. You know what? I don't even need this building. Let's tear it down. I'm going to put a cavalry stables there. Okay. Let's end our turn. Things are about to get a little spicy with the Galatians. That's okay. We like spicy.
I am told our treasuries lack
No.
a sum.
Nope, I intend to conquer you. Are we serious? Bro, I just made peace with you all. I just made peace with you all, and you're coming back to do this to me. What a joke.
My honorable master would have me talk of gold. A lance
No, because I intend to come kill you. Thanks.
by the flame. I will have
Look
my
who's
lord's
back.
torturers prepare special excruciations.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. I'm very scared.
I dare not
No.
ask much.
I don't think so. Alright, there we go. I guess surely the auto-resolve won't hurt me too bad here. I say that, but it's the auto-resolve. So we never know. I want the battle experience, though. It hurt me more than it should have, that's for sure. Wow, that auto-resolve just hates your guts. I love how it's like, oh, you'll have 98% of your force left. Alright, hey, why didn't I have 98% of my force left? I don't know. I'm the auto-resolve, don't ask me. So we can either get wealth from industry, wealth from trade, go agrarian yield. We finished our research towards getting us the larger settlements.
Commander, we hunger for
Got 2 turns to surrender. I'm going to move up,
further orders.
try and bring the heat here. Something like this. There we go. Alright. Got plenty of cash. We can expand Tarsus a bit. Go ahead and... That's, where else is expandable? Hannibal's suffering attrition?
Commander,
Desert attrition? You no longer sustain them? Resolve this crisis before it cripples your force. What do you mean sustain them? The issue is sustaining them.
I want hourly patrols.
Trade gain attrition. Okay. Oh, it must have been the desert. It says because we can't sustain it. It must have been because we were crossing somewhere where they didn't have
We hunger
supply
for
lines
battle.
open or something. Appears to be solved, whatever the case was. These were the guys that were just begging me for a non-aggression pact who are standing ominously on my borders. Good to know that they really wanted that non-aggression pact.
Set up the watch.
I'm gonna camp out here for a turn or two and see if we can settle down public order a little further. Because this place is quite upset. Then we'll try and end that siege. I'm gonna head back up here and look at all of my building potential. Let's get expanded farms. Jerusalem. Let's expand our grove here. Get the jeweler. Syria. We're about to get Apache factory in Syria here if Heir hadn't caught this, folks. That would have been a first for the campaign, but most certainly probably not a last. Alright, Mesopotamia, Egyptus. Let's put a library in Alexandria. That seems pretty appropriate, does it not? Alright. Be the Hannibal Center for warfare.
Tell us that we should offer you gold.
No.
We do.
No. I'm afraid not. Afraid that peace treaty won't be quite so forthcoming as you think. Ooh, we just did agrarian yield. We can do thirst for knowledge, servitude, inspired endeavors. Let's do inspired endeavors. That could actually help. Attrition reports. Garrison army in Jerusalem. Sure why they're suffering attrition. Garrison army in Petra. Garrison army here. Garrison army in Cairo. Well, the one's under siege, so I understand why it's losing. The other one, it must just be some type of event or something. I don't really know. Provincial effects. Yeah, okay, not really sure. Why the garrison would be suffering attrition, but they are. Have fun with that attrition, losers. What are we doing here? So this province is settling down quite a bit. I'm gonna park and wait for this temple to complete. Right, outside Ankara, they suffered a lot of attrition too. I say a lot, I don't really know how much at the moment. This is annoying, like, to walk around. Like, the city's so big on the map that, like, trying to walk around it takes 2 turns. Which is only because CA just made the map, like, the city overly large on the map. Alright, whatever. Are we gonna... Yeah, we're only 1 turn to surrender. I don't even know if I'm gonna get there in time. And I'm outside of reinforcement range, I think. Yeah, I'm outside of reinforcement range still.
We hunger for battle. March until your feet bleed. Then march some more.
I cannot march any farther forward. But I'm outside of reinforcement range. Sweet. There's nothing I can do about it, in other words. Nothing I can do about it. Let's get a navy started. Again, we're sitting pretty on money, so let's raise forces. I would prefer to keep pulling people out of our Seleucid dynasties, and here we have Antiochus II. Let's probably use him. I'd rather put a more well-known person into an army where they'll get more action, but I'm gonna raise the fleet with them. We definitely want to give him a royal peltist. And a tower of Panteras with Persian light archers, but we definitely want the royal peltist. Just a safer unit for the general in terms of if they end up in melee. Ooh, hang on. We already had this fleet. Ha, my bad. I didn't need an admiral. Let's merge these. Send these over to our new admiral. Who's this dude? Right, so... Billion? Is he in her family? Yeah, he is. Well, crap. Well, that was actually kind of pointless then. Hey, you know what, Antiochus? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna disband you. I'll bring you back into army service, okay?
It is an honor to serve.
No need in wasting him there. We do have the light archer admiral, which I'm not as big a fan of, but we've got access to some really good ships here now. First of all, I'm going to get rid of these little raiding ships. They're not particularly useful to me at the moment. I'm going to start grabbing some better ships. So I like the archers. They can help set ships on fire from pretty good distance, and then they're going to be decent at ramming. So let's grab these. Get a few archer ships. I don't have to like completely fill this navy to start with, so let's not go 2 to town. But if you get a good navy, it's totally capable of coming in and winning some coastal battles for you. And helping you expand your territory quicker, so I do want a pretty sizable fleet. Alright, let's go ahead and end this turn.
I offer this morsel. Now, like a wolf at the door, perhaps you will go find better hunting somewhere else.
Okay. Galatia's still begging for peace treaties, which I will not take. I wonder if they fled, or if it was just their agent making the extra time on the turn. It was probably their agent. They didn't flee previously with me sitting right there.
Friends, the gift of gold.
Oh, and I'm probably going to end my non-aggression pact with Rhodes here soon, too. Yeah, so we were sabotaged. But it didn't make too much of a difference on us. Oh, well, we can't move because we were sabotaged, which means that the Galatians are going to effectively take my settlement on the last turn here because the sabotage was successful in keeping me from moving. But it just says we sabotaged our supplies, but I guess it takes away literally all of our action points. So, wow. Thanks, CA. Appreciate you just handing the Galatians a freebie there when I was totally in a position to stop them otherwise. I mean, that's no problem at all. Don't mind me. That is pretty irritating, in fact. I'm going to... What else can I recruit here? This gives me pikemen. I'd like to be up to a tier 3 barracks here, but we just can't at the moment. I did not move you. Freaking misclick garbage. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna disband these units. That's so irritating. Alright, I'm gonna replace these guys with pikes. And then I'll look at other units that we might want to go ahead and replace. Like these spearmen need to be replaced. The Persian hoplites are better, so we just need to start upgrading. So I'm going to begin that process. Annoyingly... Oh, Syria. Stables. And let's improve here. Put another library. We can help speed our research rate along. No downsides to spending our money there. Let's do some building here. Okay. And another turn. Feel like frustrated on this episode because my time's being wasted ending turns when I really want to attack, but like we get sabotaged and can't attack. We're waiting to move around a city that's way too large on the map, which just makes us take longer to get there when there's no real reason why it should take longer to get there. And it just basically hands the settlement to my enemies right in front of my face, even though I was right there to do something about it. Now, the annoying thing, too, about this is that the Galatians wouldn't have any supplies unless the city had them, which they didn't, because they just ran out of supplies and surrendered. So how did the Galatians get 2 turns worth of supplies here? So,
laying siege to the settlement.
Well done, idiots. Well done. We're going to lose. A spectacular fashion. Alright, so our fleet is expanded some. Hannibal picked up some of his troops.
Ready for orders.
And he's got more on the way, so let's get back into the recruitment. And I'm going to ditch... like this. Expand these spears. The Persian hoplites are not an impressive unit, but they're okay. They're better than what I had. So... might as well make our army better. Reason not to have better units. Siege underway. Nabatea. Public order is really strong here now. Is that what I want to spend it on? Let's see what else we got to spend it on first. Public order is very strong at Tarsus as well. In Arabia, meanwhile, improving, but I wouldn't call it strong. So I'm going to spend it here, where we get the most public order benefit. Asia, okay. Alright, so Hannibal's army is almost refit and ready to attack the Kush. Looks like, somehow we're at war with Tylus? Sardes? How did they get into a war with Tylus? Unless they rejected being my satrapy? I haven't checked that. Maybe I missed it, though, and because I haven't exactly been paying attention. No, they're still my satrapy, but somehow they're sieging Tylus. Am I at war with Tylus and just didn't notice? Wasn't aware my satrapies were able to declare war without me. I'm most assuredly not at war with Tylus. Hey, whatever, my satrapy is expanding, so feel free.
For death!
Taking very little attrition, and so are they. But they're going to run out of supplies and be forced to surrender. Hannibal is now mostly refit. Let's look at our mercenary pool. I want to grab an additional heavy cavalry. Egyptian archers are nothing spectacular. Got a very powerful skirmishing component here. I think I'm just going to disband that unit. Let's go ahead and get our Persian cav. I'm going to disband one slinger and replace it with a Persian archer. And we'll go ahead and recruit one more Persian hoplite. Which is a rather light unit, but much better than the Eastern Spears that we had previously. Hannibal's about ready to go to war with the Kush. Let's head back up here to our fleet and continue to recruit units. I want some Royal Peltis, very expensive boats to maintain, but very capable in a melee. So I'd like to have at least 4 of these, so that we can have a decent melee force when we hit dry land. I may get forced to go help my satrapies here soon, too. So the Galatians are going to attack me. It's giving them pretty good chances. I think we all know what their chances really are, but oh well, let's remind them. Let's remind them. Okay, let's see here. Get deployed. Take my Thurios spears out to the flank. I'm going to run some Peltist on one flank as a screen for my infantry, because they're a little heavier and well shielded. I've got my cavalry, so we're going to use, like I said, probably pretty standard Alexandrian tactics for now, but we're doing a little bit of combined arms here with the units on the flank. I'm going to make those units much better as my tech and economy allow. Move further into the campaign. Okay, Galatians deployed far back. Fast forward and close the distance. They're actually closing the distance with me as well. Right, well, I'm going to allow them to finish closing the distance so I can get the first shots off with my archers. I've got a little bit of scrub cover here, too. Gallic Light Horse is a very, very juicy looking target here for my Peltist. And they are coming right in to get some. These Peltists are not like real heavy, but they're heavy enough that that Light Horse is not going to appreciate a volley of javelins to the face. And then getting into a melee with a unit that's not as light as they would have hoped. Thurio Spears added to the damage, as did the Hillmen, so we've effectively deleted one of the enemy cavalry units there by using our Peltist screen. And now we can begin skirmishing with said screen. Send my Hillmen to engage the Levy Freeman. Alright, guard mode with the archers. Turn around and target some Celtic slingers. Charge with the Hillmen. Just gonna let my Thurio Spears trade shots. Okay. Get mobile here with my Thurio Spears. What is this unit here? A Galatian Nobleman. Use my Thurio Spears to intercept that Galatian noble.
We are at your command. Get at the double! Ready! Armored elephants!
For some reason why you won't run. Where's the run button? Am I missing something?
Ready for battle!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Alright. So crush that unit. Alright, we engaged the noble, and we got surrounded, so our Thurio Spears are in some big, big trouble here. I'm gonna send some support in the form of crushing cavalry charges.
Our general is under attack.
That nobleman took a brutal rear charge from my cavalry, and it's gonna be followed up by elephants.
War elephants! Ride them down!
Stampede and go for the extra damage on those Galatian noblemen.
The men are wavering.
Elephants at the ready! As you command! War
The
elephants!
noblemen didn't take near as much damage as I'd hoped, but it's because they weren't appropriately fixed by the infantry. Wow, we ended up taking a lot of damage to our heavy cavalry there in that disengagement, so that was kind of a mess. This Levy Freeman got a bunch of javelins into me as well, but better that they got them into my cavalry rather than my elephants.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, this Galatian nobleman will not be so lucky to survive another engagement with me. Now they're being rear charged by Persian cavalry in the open, attacked in the front by Thurio Spears and elephants. And they took damage accordingly.
The enemy general is dead.
Alright, our shock cavalry got 200 kills in that battle, so our elephants ran amok.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
There we go. I think that was one of my Hillmen. Yeah, just a Hillman unit routing. Nothing terribly important. Okay, there we go. Cleaned it up. So, Galatians were defeated in a rather crushing manner. Wow, those Peltists. Those guys were owning. Yeah, it's good performance indeed. So I like the Peltist. I think they're fun units. Their shield makes them fairly resistant to frontal missile fire. Sure, they'll die to a heavy cavalry charge, but they're a great screen against light infantry and light cavalry and skirmishers. So like other javelin men and stuff. So I really like the Peltist in certain roles. I feel like that they're very competent and good units and fun to use. A lot of people like to just ignore light infantry and just spam the heavy. Understandable, heavy infantry is fun, but honestly, light infantry definitely has its place and can lead to some very fun gameplay if you give it the opportunity to do so. I'm going to look at military developments. We're going to occupy, so... Yep, a lot of good that did you, huh, Galatia? But hey, you think what you will. I didn't even have time to switch up anything here, so I'm going to keep building our amphitheater and sacred grove, which we're almost done, but delayed, no thanks to these losers. Okay, so I had to rebuild all my buildings. For a bit of delay. Swap this back over here like that. I know it'll slow down my replenishment a little, but should be okay. We finished our tech. I'm gonna work on the hoplite barracks now, because I did select military tech. And Hannibal's army is basically refit, and we can now upgrade here at Alexandria, and we should be able to do the same at Antioch soon. And other places. So anyway, I think we've had a good episode. Alright, I've got public order here mostly settled. Move down to this other settlement. It is very much calming down here, like it's improved a great deal. And with continued... Oh my gosh, hang on. Whoa, wait a minute. When did we lose so much food supply? Did I really misjudge my food supply that hard? Wow, yeah, I took a big hit to food supply. Well, let's try and dig ourselves a bit out of it. Salamis. Have the money to convert these over to fishing ports. Yeah, we suddenly took a massive loss to food. It could have been a whole bunch of buildings. Let's go look at my building reports. Construction report. Yeah, a lot of these would have taken food. So, yeah, that could well be. I've got stuff that's going to eat up some more food on the way. I'm going to definitely need to do a better job of securing some more food, I believe. It's benefiting the extra wealth given by these cattle farms, but I need to just swap up. But we could also start capturing this Egyptian territory and get ourselves quite a lot. Do I have any agreements with the Kush? Let's take a look here. I have no agreements with them, and they don't like me. So, guess what? The feeling's mutual. Say hello to Hannibal, one of history's most decorated generals. Wants to pay you a visit, have a little discussion about the current management of things. You know what? It's gonna make this episode long, but we're gonna fight this battle because I want a Hannibal battle. We don't need any equipment, as this isn't a walled settlement. And I have the firepower to make these guys pay dearly for trying to camp their settlement. That is what I intend to do. Start our deployment. It's like no matter which way we approach, we have to do a bit of an uphill slog. There's a lot of open room here for my missiles to operate, so let's do so. I'm going to take my Persian hoplites and hillmen and approach from separate flanks. That way we can put more pressure. I'll support them each with the heavy cavalry. And Hannibal's elephants I'm going to put with the pike line and my main pike contingent here. Let's start the battle, and let's push up a little closer to our new Kush friends. If this is what I consider friendship, which obviously I'm being rather sarcastic. We want to close the distance at least a little. Yeah, we're going to basically start to pick apart this flank with skirmishers.
at the ready.
Going to give them a heavy dose
Double time.
of missile fire.
Advance at speed.
Make them wish that they weren't playing the camping right now. And I'm getting some return fire from some Royal Kushite archers. It's a rather nice unit. Really cool looking unit there too. Like archer women. But they are going to be slaughtered just like the men present here too,
We await your orders.
as my army will show no mercy. None indeed. That is a really cool skin on this unit though. Excuse me. Got Skaven Plague still. Now this is where the AI can't manage itself. It's going to keep running units back and forth because it knows it's taking damage rather than attack me. It's just one of those situations where the AI is so dumb, and you can take big advantage of it because they'll just walk back and forth while you continue to shoot the unit that they put up front, and then they say, hey, I don't want all that damage, so I'll move it. Then they just take the damage to a different unit, and so on, until you have effectively depleted their army heavily, and they have offered no resistance for said heavy depletion. And like I said, may not be the most exciting thing, but if you're looking to win in an impressive fashion, then this is most assuredly the way that it is done. Racking up hundreds of kills completely unopposed.
Our orders.
Push up a little further still, because the AI no longer has anything else in range for us here. This unit just moved up, so let's give them a warm welcome. Let's check out some of this action up close with my archers and slingers. These Kushite archers are about to get a very rude awakening. No shield, no armor. Just flesh and fabric to absorb the volleys. Not a pleasant position to be experiencing life from.
Double time.
But I don't think that my objective in coming here was to make life pleasant for the Kush. It was rather the opposite. Move up a little further still, and let's continue the missile barrage en masse. We're moving up some Leopard Warriors, another cool looking unit if I do say so. I love their shields and capes. They're getting hit by their own archers. I'm gonna cease the barrage on the Leopard Warriors momentarily and unleash one on the archers, because I don't want to take casualties. Archers will die very quickly in that compact formation. Alright, so the archers are done. We have gotten a lot of kills. Like, a lot of kills. And their Leopard Warriors are going to be spared no mercy here either. Absolutely massacred. I'm almost out of ammunition. I'm going to scoot up a little further still, and I'm going to bring my pikes up and prepare the final assault.
Advance at speed.
They still have some slingers in their midst, but my skirmishers have really worked wonders on their units here. I think I'm gonna get 3 pikemen.
One of our units has used all its
Come
ammunition.
basically fill this gap. Let's actually wait at the bottom of the stairs for a moment. Let my archers finish their work. We're almost finished.
Pikes at the ready.
Ready, pikes!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
gonna move forward with pikes down. That mercenary leopard warrior is going to charge into my waiting sarissas. Alright, so the assault has begun. Let's come in from other directions as well. So
One of our
Persian
units has used all its
hoplites,
ammunition.
when they enter the settlements, hillmen and Persian hoplites. No entrance from this. Ooh, there's a little entrance right here, though. Oh, no. Never mind. It goes to nowhere. Alright, the AI is now blobbing in here.
Pikes at the ready.
My pikes are in a supremely good engagement. Slightly downhill, but they're not going to have their lines penetrated by these units. I'm hesitant to click any attack orders and use the pike charge because sometimes the attack orders just get your units out of position, and that is not what I wish at the moment. Alright, let's bring in the assault. I'm gonna bring these pikes all the way around here. Let's inspire some of my pikemen.
We await your orders! Persian hoplites! Orders, my lord! Armored horsemen! Persian hoplites! Our orders! Waiting order!
I'm gonna come pincer these units and rear charge them.
We are at your command!
Let's give a little bit of support against that slave infantry. Oh, you are going the wrong direction. I want you to come this way, please.
Persian hoplites! Spearmen!
Need you to hurry as well.
What are your orders? Have the horse at your command!
Rear charge.
At ready!
Alright. That is going to be a crushing charge. Yeah, my cavalry kills are climbing very, very rapidly. Cycle out here. Our hillmen are very much overmatched in that fight.
Hillmen!
Doing just fine over here. I think I'm gonna take Hannibal and start to come this way.
Pikemen!
Bring up our pikemen to help relieve the hillmen here. Actually, we need to pull further back. We're just being pursued here. They pulled through with some slave infantry.
We understand! Pikes! Advance at speed!
Alright, we have pretty well
As you wish!
The men are wavering.
rushed that fight. Alright, my Persian hoplites over here somehow got turned around and are now being
Persian
shot in the back. That's a little bit annoying. This blob continues to just be a slow slog, which will favor my pikes.
Yours to command.
Double time! Pikemen! Form phalanx! On my order!
These guys are completely pincered,
This is a shameful.
and yet somehow got behind me?
We await
Must say I'm thoroughly confused. I have some Royal Kushite guards. Be careful with my cavalry, though.
What are your orders? Pikes! Hack them down!
Let's
Right
get attack orders here. I'm gonna bring my elephants to come
Armored
help address this developing situation here.
Hillmen!
Our hillmen are about to be outflanked and potentially routed. Try and send them support.
Ready to ride!
Pikes ready.
Pikes! Pikemen!
Pike infantry ready.
Our men flee the field of battle.
We were too late,
This is a shameful display.
but I'm pretty sure the slave infantry will be no match for my heavy cavalry and
Our general is
elephants.
under attack.
The gods protect us! Elephants at the ready!
Let them have it, boys.
Engage!
Word on thick.
Forward!
Come on, get up here.
Have the horse at your command!
I need to get after those skirmishers. Alright, our pikes are kind of crushing into the back of these guys here and having a good effect now. Try and get these tribesmen. Alright, we're about to crush these guys. Now we can move around. Charge the tribespeople. So the tribespeople are wavering. More attack orders with the pikes. Get them pushing in. I'm gonna finish those units. Alright, shock cavalry. A little bit of suicidal stuff here going into these Nubian spears. Those are pretty decent spears.
Get ready! Get ready! Burn them into dust! Engage!
Try and pummel these Nubian spears.
What are your orders?
Alright.
Shock cavalry ready!
Send some support over here.
Come on, elephants!
My shock cavalry is in over their heads here. I'm gonna try and pull out.
Forever loyal!
My elephants can stay there and tank that fight a bit longer.
Ready to ride! Group charge!
The battle is turning in our favor.
Indeed it is.
Come on, elephants! Charge!
Cannot believe how monstrously bad the AI has been at using its javelins against me properly.
Come on, elephants!
They continue to not javelin my elephants and throw them at my infantry. They're going to pay a very dear price for this mistake. As my Indian elephants no doubt rampage through their men.
Ready.
Yes, Commander!
Alright,
Come on, elephants!
so just the Royal Guard now.
Pike infantry at your command!
There we go. Pikes moving in. Kushite Royal Guards, take a look at that. Oh, man, that's another really cool looking unit. I love that gold armor. Alright, so Hannibal crushes the Kush in his first engagement, with only some of the lighter, more expendable units taking any significant casualties. I don't know how these guys are still fighting. Not surprised that
The
leopard...
enemy general
Whoa,
is
that's my
dead.
armored elephants. I thought their leopard warriors got 500 kills. It's like, man, I underestimated leopard warriors. I love how my guys route. It's like the AI is like, hey, at least make Air's guys route. Peter's like, okay, we'll give you something. Right, well, it's called that a close victory, but that was a crushing defeat for the Kush, whom outnumbered us massively, and they lost almost all of their units. They were killed about almost 4-1. So, not an impressive fight by the Kush. And Hannibal schooling them on why he's here and why he's in charge.
We hunger for battle!
So we take our first province here off the Kush. Now this is good because this is going to be an agricultural settlement, and boy do I need agricultural settlements at the moment. So I'm going to really tank up on agriculture just to make sure that I didn't screw myself over from a food standpoint. Now, that could have been a temporary thing, like some kind of, you know, unseasonable heat or something. I don't know, but we got it settled. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. Like I said, if you want to support, please feel free to get down there in the comments, hit the like button, tell your friends, share the video, do all those things to help support, and I will keep it coming for you. That I promise. HeirofCarthage signing out for now.